folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about how dual lands are holding up since the release of Magic the Gathering's 30th Anniversary Edition. As you might all remember, the 30th Anniversary Edition was a big blow to the value of the dual lands in general, and we're gonna have a look at these. I have one small game Genic box with all of my dual lands, and we're gonna check out my three last buys of dual lands before I completed my set of 40. And I think dual lands are still very important to every Magic the Gathering collection, and it's kind of real estate, like people always say. They determine the value. Let's lay them out here. We're gonna check what I paid for my last 3 dual lands that I needed back end of 2022, like half a year ago. I bought them after the MTG 30th anniversary disaster, and after the prices dropped, I bought them very cheap. We're gonna check out all 3 of those, and then we're gonna check a website which I normally buy on. It's 3-for-1 trading, you know it. I buy there with confidence, because if something is wrong with the card, I can just send it back. It's one of Europe's biggest retailers, and they have a very good inventory for fair price with fair grading. And I normally, when I buy high-end cards for more than a couple of $100, I buy there. Last one I bought was a tropical island. So let's check out chronologically what the cards, the last dual lands were that I bought. Back then, the video is still up, and I always tell you the price I pay for certain cards. Paid $380, folks, for this one. Nice lightweight tropical island. You know, I'm a player. I go for near mint if I can, but I'm not like chasing near mint for a near mint set or whatever. I was completing my, maybe it's even good, I don't know. Everybody thinks the condition or estimates the condition differently. It's in the eye of the beholder. I think it's a very good, very honest card, and I needed it to complete my set of 4, so that was the last one. Then the second to last one, I still missed 2 scrub lands. I bought them together for a combo deal, and the video is also still up. All my videos are still up, and I want to see how this holds up. I paid $400 for both. So back then, after MTG30, there was a very fair deal, because at a certain point they were like 300. And again, you see it, condition is fine. Not near mint, not mint, but also not poor or heavy played or whatever. Good, honest cards. The only card you see here, there are 3 plateaus. Yeah, it's just out of the picture now, but you saw it in the beginning maybe. But I got a 4th plateau as an unlimited version, but I still want to get a 4th revised plateau as well. Maybe I can find one for, but I think the current price is $200. But these shrublands were not very expensive after MTG30 for 400, both of them. I think, yeah, it's it's not even the price of a Lord of the Rings collector box for 2 dual lands. I think that's crazy. I mean, the price has dropped of the collector boxes, and now it's probably roughly that. But personally, before I buy a box of Lord of the Rings Collector's Edition, I probably would buy dual lands if I still needed them. Last but not least, yeah, I think this will make for a nice thumbnail, don't you think, folks? Last but not least, I already had a playset of Tigers, but I was offered a Tiger from a friend of mine. He needed some cash end of last year, and he wanted to get rid of his cards, because he was very disappointed that they reprinted the dual lands and the Power 9 in the 30th Anniversary Edition. So I believe, if I remember correctly, I have to check out the video. Might have been a different guy, but I think that was the story here. And I paid $250, which I think for a Tiger back then was also a very fair price. Everything under $300 for a dual land was super nice. Because yeah, they were at a high 500 plus, and again, condition of course is very determining of the actual cost, but in general Everything you could get for under 200 or under 300 bucks, around 200 to 50 was a good deal. So that Taiga set me back then 250 bucks. Now, that was I think some of the cards I bought from stores, and I have to rewatch the videos because, yeah, it's so long ago. Some of the cards I bought from private sellers, and then only friends I can go to. I can check the card. I normally never buy high-end cards from private sellers unless it's a good friend or people I know who have the card for a long time, and then still I go there with a microscope and do all the tests and just check out the card. And yeah, I wouldn't buy these kind of cards on eBay personally. You can get that a lot cheaper on Card Market probably, but we're gonna have a look at 3-for-1 trading, which I think is very how do you call it, very representative. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry for the long pause, but it was a dramatic pause. Very representative of the market, because the prices are more or less fair. They adjust them quickly after prices swing, and yeah, they often got a lot of different conditions. Just look at the amount of tropical islands. That has never been the case, but the amount of tropical islands they have in store. And yeah, if you look at the expensive ones, they are about 540 bucks here. And if you look at the cheapest ones in poor condition, then it's about 300 bucks. So in general, I think for the tropical island, the price held up quite well. I think it would be like a light plate, 410 bucks. Then what I paid was still kind of okay. So yeah, prices are steady when it comes to big stores, at least. And I know some people might say, yeah, but big stores are not representative. People are dumping on the market. True, because they never have had that much inventory of dual lands in the past. To me, it seemed like that. They might have. I'm not checking it daily, but I at least check it 2-3 times a week, that site. And it's a lot they have at the moment. Alpha, Beta, Unlimited as well. So yeah, it's strange. But the sell-through is nice as well. 290 bucks here for Scrubland in good condition. Yeah, that's 250 for light plate one. Still 50 bucks more than what I paid. I paid 400 for 2 light plate ones. So yeah, it's definitely, let's have a look at the condition of this one. That doesn't look that bad for 250 bucks. I think it's okay, a little rough around the edges. So also the Scrubland kind of held its own in a very bearish market. Yeah, I have to have a look what the plateaus cost at the moment. 240 for a good one. I think I need to order one soon. Not because it's so cheap. I think the price is normal at the moment, but the condition is okay. Good, 240 bucks. Then I got the play sets complete, because that's that one. I mean, I have 4, but I don't want to remove the unlimited one from the binder just to, for example, play a match. Tiger 400. Yeah, then my price was kind of okay as well. 340. Yeah, that's about what I paid. It's definitely in the same price range. Yes. I have to think about the words today sometimes. Tropical Island, they have been up to $1,000 a while ago and before MTG30. And you see they dropped, but all the cards dropped, as you saw, in price, but still they kind of held their own and recovered a bit, maybe even after MTG30. And I know it's just 3 examples, but one of you, and you know who you are, let the others know in the comment, told me like, hey, I rewatched your this one is not even that bad. This just has one heavy damage thing, but the rest is good condition. 480 bucks. Okay. Now, one of you told me like, hey, have you checked your old dual land videos? Especially when I talked about the prices and that they dropped, and we talked about antiquities a lot. We talked about unlimited a lot because that's what I'm focusing at the moment, and that's my big thing. You can only spend your money once, folks, and you need to focus if you want to achieve something. So I am focusing on antiquities. I'm focusing, and I completed my set, and now I'm focusing a bit on antiquities artist proofs, focusing on unlimited, and I'm focusing on Arabian Nights, and that's what I've been doing for the last years. And I can't buy cards like crazy like others here on YouTube, I know, but it is what it is. Life continues, and there are priorities. And sometimes you can buy a cool card and sometimes you can't. And at the moment I'm I'm already very happy if I can buy an unlimited card for $100. That is a big spend for me. And last year I bought dual lands once every month for $200-300 because things looked a little different. I sold some stuff and so on and so on. Doesn't matter. It's very nice to see that the dual lands have not completely collapsed. They are still cheaper than they were before MTG30. That's very clear as well. There is a lot on the market. That's very clear too, because people were very afraid. I told the whole story in the MTG30 videos that they added the dual lands to the print sheet twice. It was very apparent they wanted to tap into the market. They wanted to tap into the reserved list market, and they wanted to earn money of it, and it backfired. Okay, but that's why they added the dual lands to the print sheet of the MTG 30th anniversary edition twice, and that meant there were more dual lands than any other rare in the set, so people could get them easily for maybe a commander deck. And they didn't call it proxies, but or they didn't call it reprints of the reserved list, but to me, of course, it was, and to many others too. That's why a lot of people dumped their dual lands, which have always been considered a very clear indicator of the health of the market, on the market, and therefore the prices dropped a lot. Still, again, I think prices held up nicely. I think dual lands are still the cornerstone of every Magic the Gathering collection. I think they are very important to every deck. No matter what vintage deck or what commander deck I build, there is always room for these dual lands, and I still love them, and I still think they are iconic. And I also have a video out there. You can search for it on the channel. That everybody says, yeah, but there are so many dual lands because they're in a revised. They will never like take off completely. Yeah, I think I calculated there's about a print run of 160,000 revised rares, and I based that on a couple of million print run of revised. And that means there are about 40,000. I have to look up the video, but from memory, that means there are about 40,000 playsets of every dual land. But yeah, how many of those did survive? And 40,000 is not a lot if you look at cards like Library of Alexandria. There exist 20,000 of those. So if 40,000 people have a playset of dual lands, it's just double the amount. Folks, let me know what you think. Have you seen the dual lands recovering, holding up, holding their own? I'm very curious. Let me know. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot all for watching. Thanks to the subs, the viewers, the Patreons, of course. I talk to you next time, folks. Bye-bye.